I'm joined here with Tigra Lee Campbell and Brad Gallimore, and they are with Vermilion Unites for Equality. Now, this evening, you are hosting a community discussion. Can you explain what that is?
So I can give you a breakdown of what we will be discussing. So usually we start with an intro about what Vermilion Unites for Equality is. And then after that, I do my own introduction about who I am, what experiences I've had with racism, and some ideas on what I think or how I think we can combat them. And why it's important that we have these conversations. After that, Brad usually has a discussion on allyship and what it means for him to be an ally, and then we encourage others to present questions to us, bring up any other ideas, and to discuss with other members in the community as well who will be there. And then we usually end with a question of how we can be more inclusive.
And you mentioned that you talk about why it is so important to have these discussions. So can you just explain why that is?
We feel that it's important to have these discussions to bring awareness and education to others that may not have friends or family of people of color. And we feel like it's important for other marginalized groups to have a platform to share their experiences and share their ideas on how we can become more inclusive.
Was that one of the main reasons why you felt it was important to start this group?
Yeah, absolutely. To bring members of the community out and bring awareness to these issues. And, 100 heads works better than 2 heads. So, yeah.
And how has the support been from the community so far?
The support has been great from our community. We have a few members that come out every week to Vermilion, and we just started meeting in Lloydminster too. I'll go over that after. And we have a great following on Facebook.
And now you mentioned that you are hoping that you can do some meetings in Lloydminster. Is that one of your future plans, and is there any more that you have scheduled?
Yeah, so we met last week in Lloydminster, and we are starting to meet every other week. So this week we're in Vermilion. Next week we'll be in Lloydminster on Tuesday at Lions Park at 7 p.m.
And why did you feel it was important to have it both in Vermilion and here in Lloyd?
They're both, well, I live in Lloydminster, so I felt like it was really important that I brought this to where I live. And Vermilion and Lloydminster are so close together. They're both rural Alberta towns, so that's why it's important.
And another reason on that too is, so a lot of people in Vermilion actually shop in Lloydminster. Not necessarily all the time. There's lots of wonderful shops here in Vermilion, but there's a lot of people who do travel for some of the bigger stores or even just to get a burger.
And if anyone is looking for any more information or they're trying to find a way that they can educate themselves, where should they go?
They can join our Facebook page, which is Vermilion Unites for Equality. We also have an email address, vermilionunitesforequality@gmail.com.
And is there anything else that either of you would like to add?
We've been recently teaming up with a lot of groups across all of Alberta. So we kind of just want to mention that, like Red Deer Against Racism, Black Falls Against Racism, Rural Alberta Against Racism and their leaders, Fight for Equity and No Justice, No Peace in Edmonton, and the YYC BLM committee in Calgary. So as all of these things are coming together, there's more than just Vermilion and Lloydminster that is teaming up and collaborating and finding ideas on how to really make lasting change in Alberta.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.